it's really frustrating, and I think there's a lot of frustration from a lot of, tourism operators that, we just feel like we've been left out in the cold.
More needs to be done to help wineries across interior BC as closure announcements continue amidst hardships from the pandemic, crop loss, wildfires, and rising costs. Oliver's Covert Farms announced their closure on Thursday to public visits.
Seems to be one hit after the other, and you just feel like you're picking yourself up again and dusting yourself off and reinventing yourself, only for another thing to hit you, and we just kind of feel like the wind has been blowing out of our sails a bit.
Impacts from a lower tourism season only push for wineries to reevaluate tasting rooms and public events.
Vineyard side, we do have like crop insurance and vine insurance and such. Sort of the rest of the sector, in tourism and in wineries and such, it's been quiet. There's been silence since, I think we had a meeting at the beginning of September.
The BC Hotel Association, together with Tourism Industry Association of BC and TODA, have approached the government with some recommendations or asks that might help in the short term. But I think the bigger thing is, how do we deal with this in the long term? And I know there's a lot of conversations happening right now. There's a lot of committees being formed and task force, because this is a long-term problem.
The hope is to see help come forward from the government for local Okanagan tourism and hospitality businesses after these tremendous challenges.
I think there's probably a few more that we will see consolidate and or close their tasting room, but really difficult when we hear the smaller wineries that are having to make these decisions for their own reasons. And I mean, they're part of that travel experience into the region, and we really want to try and keep as many of them alive as we possibly can.
For GasNet News, I'm Casey Richardson.